Hi teachers, this video is going to show you how to get set up with Google Cast for Education, which is going to give you the really awesome opportunity to let students quickly cast to your screen so that they can share presentations, they can share things that they found online, and you're not unplugging, replugging machines, trying to have them pull things up. Yes, there are other things that can do a casting-like environment, but the thing I like about this is it lets students control, and it's actually mirroring or casting whatever they're doing on their machine. So they're not just sending you a web page, they're able to actually control the screen. And by control the screen, I mean their screen. They can't control your computer at all. So just know that you still have the rights over what happens on your computer. So notice I am signed into Chrome. I know that I'm signed into Chrome. I can see both of my icons here. If I click the small one up here, I can see I'm signed in, my sync is on. You want to make sure that your sync is on so that your extensions work properly. So after I've signed in, I'm going to go to the Chrome Web Store. Chrome.google.com/web store is web page. I usually just search for it. And this one I haven't put in the Knowlmstead store because Google Cast for Education, the extension, you don't need it for students. You just need it for yourself. So I'm going to search for Google Cast for Education. It should come up. And it's this first one right here. So ignore the beta, make sure you install the actual one. The beta was the test. You'll notice it says remove from Chrome because I already have it installed up here. You want to click add to Chrome and then let it install. And then you're going to come up here and you're going to tap your extension and you're going to have a few things to set up initially. So your settings, you're going to want to give your receiver a name. And that name is what students are going to see when they go to cast to your device. So maybe your room number, maybe your just Mrs. Blaze, whatever you want students to see. So just be aware students are going to see that. Then you've got some different options. I like to have automatically full screen new presentation sessions. You may or may not want to have open automatically when presentation is requested. So this, if the students are allowed to cast to me and I have this turned on, that means their presentation or whatever they're sharing with me is going to open automatically. So you'd want to have a big discussion with your students about when to do that. You could even turn on and off this setting when it's appropriate. Display background images from the web. I typically keep this off. I don't really feel the need to have that, and I also do not send usage statistics to Google. So at any time, if you want to leave this and you want to deregister your device, you just click unregister. And then here, the share is pretty cool. So you can share through emails, you can share with groups you have, or you can even share with your Google Classroom classes. So if you have all your students in a Google Classroom, it's as easy as selecting the Google Classroom and then selecting what option you want to give. So with the Google Classroom, you either give them the ability to present, which means that they can automatically present, or teachers can present, students can request. So other teachers in the classroom, they can automatically present, but the students have to request. And you'll see that I've added a couple of people here just to kind of play around with it. I've got one set it can present, so they're kind of bypassing that feature of that request, whereas the other one is just going to need to request first, and I need to approve their screen share. So once I have all whoever I want in there, for my students to access this, I would need to have up the Google Cast for Education screen. So you can see it here. You can see that I am on because my name appears down here, and it's not saying that it's activating me. I don't remember the term there. And then what students would do is students would open up either their tab or their presentation in their browser. And because I don't have a student machine showing this at the moment, they're going to click the 3 dots here and they're going to find cast. And when they tap cast, I can see, I can't see myself because I can't cast myself, but they'll be able to see my name here, and then they'll just tap me and be able to cast to me. So I am going to have a cast in just so that you can see how it works. So I've got it open. A student is casting. They've done exactly what I just showed you. I'm waiting for a moment. And there we go. And they can present, and they can actually, once they're in there, click present. They can even do the presenter view. So if they do the presenter view, which is pretty cool, on their screen, they get their presenter tools. There's interactive audience tools. But on the screen that students see, they are only seeing the presentation. So let's say I wanted to turn on my presentation tools. Open my speaker notes. Continue this, and now you'll see here, if students visit this, they can ask a question about this presentation, and they have a little panel up where they can see the questions and actively answer the questions as people ask them. They can see their speaker notes, and they can see what slides are coming. So if you're used to the presentation mode in PowerPoint, very similar. Pretty awesome tool. At any time, the cool thing is you as the teacher have the ability to close out of that session. So if you ever need to, you can cancel someone else's screen share session. And that is Google Cast for Education.